Okay, so I haven't been on here for a little while. A lot's been going on life-wise, but kind of just want to discuss carnivorous plants and my growing them and taking care of them. Basically, 10 years ago when I was in high school, I got a bunch of them, and I had like fly traps. I had Nepenthes, pitcher plants, and a few other kinds of carnivorous plants. And I was a dumb kid, and I killed them all. But it's 10 years later from that point when that horrible thing happened, and I have 6 plants right now, which are carnivorous plants. I'm going to show you them. I'm going to talk about them a little bit, and I kind of want to. I'm probably going to end up getting more plants too as time goes on. I'm not going to get like a ton more. I'll probably accumulate a few here and there. So every now and then I want to do like a little update to this journal of discussing carnivorous plants. Now, at some point when I do one of these, I will take these guys out of their tank that I kind of just dealt with. I kind of just did the maintenance of them, and I kind of watered them, some watering and stuff like that. But I got 2 new ones today. I had 4, but I got 2 new ones, which I potted up today. Caused quite a mess, and I'll kind of discuss what I potted them in. So I'll kind of show you my little setup here too. See if I can do this and move you around. All right, so I have a little tank set up here with my 6 plants. I have a light up here with it's 6500K and 1600 lumens. I have that light going on here for the Sundews. These guys are Sundews. I have going for them for about 14 hours. These 3 guys are Nepenthes. They vary. All 3 of them are Highlands. I'll kind of go into the species on them here in a second. This guy back here is a Venus flytrap. He's kind of coming out of dormancy right now. I don't know if I can zoom in and get a better picture of him. There's a little flower spike coming out of it. I'm going to have to cut here pretty soon. But I have distilled water. I have a little fogger here, which there's a little thermometer plus hygrometer here, which tells me temperature and humidity at any given time. So let me discuss this guy here. This guy is my Drosera capensis, or my Cape Sundew. Pretty easy to grow. He's kind of putting out a lot of new leaves right now. Got a lot of dew on him right now. The other Sundew back there is the Drosera Aliceae, or the Alice Sundew. They both need a lot of water and light, so they kind of are in lights for 14 hours a day, and I usually will fill up that tray there with distilled water as they use up all the water that's in there. I'll put more in. This guy back here is my flytrap. He's a B52 cultivar. Sorry about this dirty glass, but he's quite a nice guy. He grows well for me. There's a little flower spike in the middle. I don't know if you can see that, but there's one there. He's kind of coming out of dormancy right now, because some Drosera need dormancy. These 2 are tropical and they don't. This flytrap needs a 3-month dormancy period. These Nepenthes do not, as they are tropical plants. But the flytrap's growing well for me, and as we go into March, I'll be giving him more light, and hopefully he'll turn red. He's a B52 cultivar. I love that guy. This guy back here is my Nepenthes ventricosa. There's a few pictures on him right now. This one guy's dying, but there's a few going on there. Nepenthes ventricosa is probably the most easy one to grow. These 2 are new. I got these guys almost bare root. Some places where you buy plants, they'll send them basically bare root. The people I got them from shipped them bare root, but with a bit of sphagnum moss around them, or around the root, because if the roots are messed with, and during shipping, these guys are probably under stress right now. These two are probably under a bit of stress, and they're kind of sort of going to have to deal with a recovery period for a little bit. So I potted these guys in New Zealand sphagnum moss, fine orchid bark, perlite, and pumice. This guy is this is a species, this is a hybrid. This is a glandulifera cross tenuis Nepenthes, and this is Nepenthes ringwortiana, but is the green form. There's some pretty big wings on these guys. It's a few pictures on that right now. Little. This is the hybrid. These are both Highlands. Basically, I have their daytime period at night, and I'll have the light going at night, and then during the day when I leave for work, I will have the light off. I'll turn my furnace off, and I'll put little ice packs in there for these guys so that they can get a little bit of a temperature drop. But this guy is my Nepenthes glandulifera cross tenuis. Beautiful picture, kind of a stripy peristome there. Quite nice looking. Well, let's see. They all look quite nice. I'm loving them all right now. I have one more Nepenthes coming. Sorry, it's really bright because of this light. I love them. I've had the Sundews plus the flytrap I've had for like a month, and the one Nepenthes I've had for a few weeks, and the other two I just got today. So I'll give you an update in a few weeks or a month just to see how they're doing, and kind of do a little bit of an update to this journal here. If you are a expert on these guys, tell me if you see any issues with my plants or whatever. I love if you have any input from experts, because I am no expert by any means. This is kind of my first try in 10 years on these things, but so far so good.